What is going on YouTube? My name is Dom, and in this video here today I'm going to be talking about the tenets of effective communication. But anyway, before I get started on that really quick, I just have to thank everybody here because last night I got an email from YouTube saying that my channel has been approved for monetization. Which effectively means that you guys can go ahead and you can sponsor the channel, you can sponsor me. I believe it's $4.99 a month. You do that, you get custom badges and emojis, and I'm gonna throw in a bunch of perks. I'm gonna make a video, probably on Monday or so, just after I get everything figured out, exactly what you will get for being a sponsor. But I just want to thank all of you guys because you guys are the reason that I am here. Thank you for subscribing to me. Thank you for watching my content, and I just can't tell you how appreciative I am of that. Also, tomorrow we are playing in the preliminaries. Now, the first match we have against is FFU, I believe, Foreign Fighters United, and then if we win that, I believe we have a rematch against Memento. Correct? I might be wrong, we might be playing Lizard Squad, but either way, if we win our first match tomorrow, we'll have another match right after that. I will be live streaming it. It's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's hop right into the video. So to begin, I think that it needs to be said that communication is probably the #1 thing that separates a great team from an okay team. These are going to be my tenets for effective communication. Now, if you have seen my video in the past where I talk about, your reasons not to communicate, there are reasons to not communicate, but if you want to play at a high level in this game or you want to be really, really good, then you have to fucking communicate and you have to convey as much information as you possibly can in as little words and as few sounds as you can possibly make. We need to talk about callouts in general. Now, I'm going to break this up into a few different parts. We have callouts for buildings, we have callouts for plays, and we have callouts for enemies. Now, for buildings, that's an easy one, right? Have your names for certain buildings down. Like a simple one is a map like Scrapyard. You have numerous buildings in there. All of them have unique characteristics where you can make specific callouts for those buildings. You have yellow building, you have comms building, you have umbrella building, you have 3 stack in front of access, you have junkyard, yada yada yada. And you need to get something down with your team. That's something that needs to be talked about so you're all on the same page when you're making callouts. Then you need to have callouts for plays. Now, this is a really synergistic thing. You need to get into a certain synergy with your team so that you know exactly what other people are thinking and you know what plays they mean when they say, I'm going to do this. Now, it's important at all times, if you guys have a squad leader, you have a play caller. So that's something that you have to do is you have to tell your play caller where you're at all times, right, so that they can make effective plays. For example, if I am on the right flank and if I'm by myself on a right flank and all 3 of my guys are on the other side of the map and I am pushing up behind them and I'm not letting anybody know, all of a sudden the squad structure that we have has changed. The whole formation has changed. Is anybody watching access point? Is anybody watching recon tower? Where is everybody at? Is everybody covering bodies? These are things that need to be talked about, right? So whenever you're pushing up, just be like, I'm pushing up on the side, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and you have to make it very, very simple. For example, after we play for a while, if I'm on a flank and I'm going to get behind and I'm going to envelop a team and swarm them, then I'm going to say I'm pushing up behind them. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and it just creates that effective communication for plays. Now, also, your play caller has to have specific things as well. Hey, watch access, watch body, do this, do that, motherfucker. Then there's also callouts for enemies. Now, I think this is one of the most important parts because you need to stress the importance of what you are fucking saying. There have been so many times where people have seen a guy run from a building that's in front of them to the opposite building, and it's pretty obvious that they haven't seen them, and they'll be like, there's a guy on me, there's a fucking guy on me, and I'll get over there and I'll be like, there's nobody over here. So you need to stress the importance of the information that you have, and then a lot of times that's conveyed in the tone and the volume of your voice. So you always have to be cognizant of that, and you have to be aware of that. If you say, a guy's on me, that means, come help me, motherfucker, I'm about to die. But if you say, there's a guy in front of me, ran from building to building, I have 2 bogeys over here, then that's the play you need to make. And make pings too for where enemies are at or last known locations. Those are things that need to be talked about as well. Because, for example, I have been in situations where I am facing one way and there's a guy coming up behind me, and people will make accurate calls. Hey, there's a guy behind you, there's a guy behind you, and it's very effective and it saves my life. And then there's been those times where I say, there's a guy behind you, and they're all the way across the map and they have no visual on me at this particular moment, and it has gotten me killed because the guy that I was watching knows that I looked away and they killed me. So now, of course, there's multiple assets, there's multiple things that go into that, but that's one thing to be aware of. We need to talk about chatter. Now, we've all had those moments where there's been someone on our team just spouting off bullshit. left and right, and you need to have one of those Donnie shut the fuck up moments. I have those a lot, but with our team we've kind of gotten our communication down to a point to where we don't really need to do that. But you need to understand something. You need to convey as much information as possible in as few words as possible, because the more words that you're saying, the less other people can hear. Footsteps in this game are incredibly important. You need to be able to hear footsteps. You need to be able to hear when somebody pulls the pin on a grenade, when somebody's reloading, when somebody's restocking, and when somebody's reviving. These are audio cues that you need to listen for. When you're dead, shut up. Unless you see somebody on another person's screen that's coming up behind them that ran to the side or whatever, and you're going to make a quick call out and a quick ping, then go for it. But those call outs should sound nothing more than, hey, the guy just ran by you. There's a guy behind you. There's a guy up on building. There's a guy up on rooftop. Do you see that guy there? And ping those locations. That's what you need to be doing when you're dead. You don't need to be like, oh my god, how the fuck did he kill me? This game is bullshit, and all that crap right there, because that just has no place, and you're gonna end up losing at that point. I am as guilty as that as anybody, because there's always been those times where you get shot by the Pathfinder across the map that you can't see, and it pisses you off because you were going on a 6 KD or something like that, and all of a sudden it drops to a 3 KD. We all have those moments, but just be aware of what you're doing to your team when you're actually having those moments. Please let me know if you guys have any opinions about this video. If you have any more things to add, please let me know down in the comment section. I thought I covered everything pretty much in a general way, but these are my tenets for simple, effective communication, and have a talk with your team to figure out exactly what you guys mean when you say certain things. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please leave me a like. If you are new, make sure you subscribe, and then also you can go ahead and sponsor the channel. Now there should be a sponsor button down right by the subscribe button. Let me know if you guys see that or not. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the live stream tomorrow and in the videos to come.